Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Mischief, where we talk about our favorite thing in the entire world, goddamn cryptocurrency. So this isn't a video I was looking forward to making today, but we have to do it, right? Sadly, the farm of fortune in the form that we know it as is no more. The site came under extreme attacks from some DDoS attacker who we don't know who it was. It scared the community of investors so much that claiming began to build. This is over the weekend. On the last day of it running, we had 700 BNB worth of claims out of the farm of fortune, which put severe pressure on the pools. This was because the sites were not accessible because of the continuous attacks coming from who knows where. Now, we could have continued to inject from the pools into the farm of fortune, but at 700 BNB a day, that would have been a week or so, and then that would have been all funds put back into the farm of fortune project dead. Most of the people claiming that would gotten the vast majority of the BNB would probably have been the larger invested players, right? Which I'm not saying anything bad against whales. Whales are whales. They invest a lot in, they take a lot out. That's how it works, right? But the concern that we had was that the newer investors who had also invested quite a lot, lots, some put in 50 to 100 BNB into the project, wouldn't have gotten their return on their investment. And of course, the smaller players who were slowly building their bag to get something out later on also wouldn't have gotten an ROI. So the decision was made with the farm of fortune to stop injecting any more BNB into the pools. There was an AMA yesterday on the Fortune Hunters Telegram where Crypto Craig, the main dev of the farm of fortune and the Fortune Hunters chief, emotionally explained the situation and set forth the plan going forward with the funds in the pools for the farm of fortune. Now, there are different pools in Fortune Hunters. They're not mixed, right? The Mischief of Fortune, the Cake of Fortune, the Elk of Fortune, right? The MAM, we have different pools for this, so this is only affecting the Fortune Hunters pools. The Fortune Hunters pools, what is left, which is hundreds of thousands of dollars, is going to be used to gain and earn yield, like it's always done before. Places like PancakeSwap, right? This yield will then be sold for BNB, and it will start to be airdropped weekly, first to anyone who was in the farm of fortune and didn't return on your investment, right? So the team are looking on chain to make a complete list of who has not ROI'd yet, and you will be airdropped weekly from the pools until you are made whole. After that point, then the pools will start to be sent to every single investor in the farm of fortune, right? So that everyone can earn something from it. This is the fairest way to do it. I think it is the just way, but it might take some time because earning yield, for example, if we used a safe pool, would be 20 to 30% APR, that would take us quite a long time because there was millions of dollars invested into the farm of fortune. Now, it looks like the attacks have calmed down for now. There were some more going on today. Especially Craigie didn't get any sleep the past 2 days. So just not a horrible situation, stressful thing to go through. What I want to do now is I want to have a look through the rest of the Fortune Hunters ecosystem. Because even though we are down one DApp with the farm of fortune, we still have a bunch of other things which are running very well. And I want to show you just my strategy going forward, show you my positions, and I am unwavering like a mountain, right? Clearly this was an orchestrated attack. Why? Why would someone attack Fortune Hunters? Because they are scared of what we're doing, that we are doing DeFi right. Yeah, our aim is to make sure that every single investor gets profit and finds their fortune. Now, if someone has a problem with that, clearly because they don't want us to do DeFi this way, and if they're fearful or they want to attack out of some kind of reason, I don't know what the reason is, right? That means we might be doing something right. So we must move forward. We must continue on, knowing that if you were invested in the Farm of Fortune, you will get your money back, and hopefully you'll be able to even possibly earn a little something on that, okay? And we move forward. So let's check out what's going on with the other parts of the ecosystem in the Fortune Hunters. Okay, so the first thing we need to look at definitely is the Mischief of Fortune, because there is a lot of concern about contagion between the Farm of Fortune and the Mischief of Fortune. Now, the differences in these contracts, there are a few differences, right? This is 1% daily paid in USDC, which did have a lot of fear last week, but it's now gone back to $1, so that's great, right? It pays 1% daily, right? So that's already half of the pressure that the Farm of Fortune had, and the claim windows for this are every 15 days. So it just so happens that my claim window is open today, because again, I think these attacks were orchestrated so that they would fall on the claim window for the majority of investors in the Mischief of Fortune, because it's every 15 days. So I think they were trying to bring down both. I think they only got one. So I think this DApp will have a couple wobbly days before it just starts to get back to the momentum that it was having before. Before this weekend, we had never had to inject any of the funds from the pools into the Mischief of Fortune. It's been going now for around about 60 days. The Farm of Fortune, by the way, ran for 160 days at 2% daily. That's nuts, right? That's never been done before. We're really, really gutted that it didn't get to the 200 days that our aim was. But it's okay. You know, sometimes you got to lose the battle to win the war, right? And that's fine, right? So we continue on. Now, what I've been doing with the Mischief of Fortune is just what I said I'm always going to do, is the recommended strategy, right? If we did continue to follow the recommended strategy in the Farm of Fortune, then we wouldn't be in this position, but it's done, right? What we must do is, when we claim, we take 50%, we reinvest 50% back into the ecosystem, right? Simple as that, right? That means that the pools then can be fed a little bit more, then they can compound, earn yield, inject it back in, making sure that we're sustainable. That's the simplest way I can do it, right? So I have $2,000, of USDC to withdraw today. I have 12,000 invested in this, and so far I've taken out 5,000. So not ROI yet, getting closer, because every time I claim out, I put half back in, right? And that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to withdraw that $2,000. Ledger, safety first, guys. Attackers are everywhere. Sites are safe, by the way. Contracts are safe. Was just the ability to interact with them was being messed with, and of course the other problems are happening too. Just wasn't nice. So that's me taking out 2,000 from there. So what should we do? We should follow along as we do. So I come there to approve, to invest 1,000 back in. Why do we reinvest? Like I said, we reinvest so that the 50% of our investment and reinvestment will go into the pools. Then those pools can be used to continue to help to build up and compound in there. It also means that anyone who's coming in today or came in last week into this DApp has the opportunity, has the time also to be able to get their ROI, to get closer for themselves to getting their return on their investment, and then from there be able to start creating profit and their fortune from it, right? That's why we reinvest. If you are new to this DApp, or you're in this DApp and you're not playing a reinvestment game, that means that actually you are part of the problem that we're trying to fix in DeFi, which is that people are selfish and only looking out for their own interests and not for the interest of the community. I urge you, right? I'm trying to be as honest, straight with you guys as possible, that you should be following the reinvestment strategy. because that's how the whole community wins. If we don't play this game, this might all, you know, how do we move forward if we don't continue to play this game? It's the basis of the community. It's the whole point of Fortune Hunters. As you know, these DeFi projects get larger and larger, it is going to happen that some people aren't going to play ball. But the majority must play ball for this to work. And that's the whole point. Why would you join an ecosystem if you don't want to follow along with the ethos and the philosophy of the ecosystem? I don't get it. So anyway, that's me put my 1,000 in, right, into the plan. And I am up to 13,622 invested into this, leaving me with $1,000 left to play with. Checking out some other areas of the ecosystem, we will also have a look at my favorite, the Cake of Fortune, how to play the Cake of Fortune. As I've said many times before, this is an old miner. What we have to do with this is to always reinvest instead of claim out and reinvest, as opposed to compounding. Never compound this, right? Take your fortune. I have 10 cake, right? Cake's about $4, that's $40, right? Take that fortune. Then immediately I take half of that fortune and I send it back into the miner. This will get me more miners than simply if I had just compounded it, right? That's why we claim out, then reinvest back in. This works very well in a mining contract, especially one that is a bit older, like this one. This is doing very well. $71,000 in the balance, continuing to grow upwards, right? And as Cake is going to start gaining dollar value because it looks like the bull run is really coming, this is going to be an absolute champion of a miner, right? If you're not in this, I would, again, advise throw in some Cake. Then every time that it's time for you to claim or compound, just claim out, take half like I just did there, and I'll send 5 Cake back into this, right? Hiring me another 19 million hunters, getting my closer to my goal of 1,000 million hunters is my goal for this one. Now that leaves me with some Cake. Later on in the Fortune Hunters ecosystem, there is going to be the bakery swap, which is coming quite soon, which is going to be using BNB and Cake LP in another way to earn yourself passive income. While I'm waiting for that, the best place you can go with your Cake is coming back to where Cake is born, where Cake's from, right? The land of the Cake. We come and we check out just pancake swap, right? So if I come to earn, right, what I'm doing is, for example, I'm in the pools. A lot of the Cake that I earn from the Cake of Fortune come here into this pool, and I add Cake into this. So I've got 200 Cake in here, right? Cake is $3.8 right now. It will be $40 again one day, I really believe. Or we come into the farms here, and yeah, I'm in this one here, Cake BNB, with $2,700 in this one. So today I'm going to go in this. So I'm going to go to liquidity. I'm going to pair up that Cake that I just took out, half the Cake to 5 Cake, right? I'm going to add that in as liquidity. BNB Cake, add liquidity. Take 6 Cake and 0.07, adding another $50 to my yield farming. So I'm getting rewards from Cake Fortune, using them also in PancakeSwap to earn myself more Cake. That Cake that I then generate, I will go 50-50 compounding back into the PancakeSwap and also using it to reinvest back into the miner, right? Growing my Cake position on two fronts that I trust, right? That I know that both are going to improve over time, because the Cake Fortune does have very deep liquidity as well. That's why it's a miner that will never die. It's free Cake, essentially. So we'll come back to the farms, and I drop that Cake right in here. Boom. In we go. Leaves other ones that we can use, such as the Elk of Fortune, which is also Fortune Hunters project, which uses Elk token. And again, this is still very strong. But oh no, I can compound. So I can either withdraw $10 or compound that. So it's 65 Elk. I've got 108 Elk in here. The minimum investment in Elk of Fortune is 180. So what I'll do is I'll wait for this to earn up to 75 Elk, 10 more Elk. Then I'll withdraw it. Then I'll send in 180 Elk back into the contract to do the same strategy I do with the Cake of Fortune, where I'm generally putting more in at the moment than I'm taking out. This one I still haven't ROI'd on, actually. I've been going in since day one, because you know why? Because I messed up. When I first got into this, I compounded it 100% for months, thinking that that was the best thing to do, and it's not. You need to take 50% out in profit every time, right? That's how you play a miner, right? So I made a mistake there because I've deposited 2,989, totally 7,000. I've only withdrawn 1,600, but I'm getting closer now to my ROI because I'm now taking that 50% out. So that's definitely a very important thing that you need to be doing with these miners. And lastly, that brings me to the MAM, which actually is due a redesign, which is being worked on right now. We're just finishing up some of the little touches on it. So you will see a new UI being set up for the MAM, which is great, which will be a new UI set up for it, and actually a new way of using the treasury, which I'm going to be working on. So that's something quite exciting coming for this. I have two options here. I can either compound or I can claim my shitcoins. 38 BUSD, but still 14 hours on this. So what I do with the MAM is I have been going quite heavy into it. I've got 2,500 deposited into this. I do exactly the same thing. I wait till I have 50 BUSD, then I send that BUSD in. Then I wait till I have 50 BUSD and I pocket it out. And that's all I do. So I just claim out, build up 50 BUSD, send it in. Claim out, build up 50 USD, and profit. Yeah, that's it, right? 50, 50, 50, 50 is how I go. Eventually, hopefully that will start to get up to 60, then 70, then 100, then 200, then, 500, $1 million, 7 trillion, right? is the idea. So far I've deposited 2,500 into the MAM, and I've withdrawn 1,100. So 50% ROI so far in this. I started this about 2 months ago now, right? As a way of starting a new wallet on this as an older miner and seeing how easy it would be to get my ROI. So I think roughly another 2 months and I will be into just pure, complete profit coming out of this bad boy, which is fantastic to see. The balance still is just pretty low. We're only around $5,000 in the balance. It goes up to 10, it went up to 15. Highest it ever was 30, right? So it's never gone massively huge balance of BUSD. But in the back end, I have lots and lots of funds which I use to earn yield and inject back into this. So if we come to the wallets, right? Now these are the pools I have access to because I manage these pools, but at the same time someone is managing the PancakeSwap pools, someone is managing the Elk or Fortune pools, and someone is managing the Mischief of Fortune pools and the NFT collection pools. Someone is also managing them. So this is where you need to take, see what's happening, see the proof that these are here, and we do still have hell of a lot of liquidity for each project. So I've got $32,000 right here earning BUNB and USDT. What will I do? I will take that 10 Grizzly, which is $17, it's $170 there, and I will inject that into the Mischief miner when I feel like it. Usually it's about once a week, right? But I'm going to wait for a while because everything's a bit too much, right? I just need to chill. Coming to other places, I use Dex Finance. Gone pretty spread out actually with my pools at the moment. So I've got this Pinky Blinders one with BUC and Thena, BNB and Liquid R, which is a yield farm I'm a big fan of, and Frax with FXS, which is stable pairs, right? And this is making me 46% daily here, and I've got 40% take profit, which means 60% is being compounded, and I'm just continuing to compound this one. I like this pool quite a lot. I have Phantom Dream Team, which is 100% compound for the future of the MAM, where I'm using my favorite DeFi token ever, blue chip, is Phantom, right? Phantom USDC, completely 100% compound at 53% APR. Going for it, right? This is just going to continue to build. I think the 53% APR will rip, right? Especially when Phantom starts to take off. Does really start going. If we get up to $1 Phantom, I'll probably take this out and move it into like a Phantom BNB pool or Phantom something that's going to go up with Phantom, maybe AVAX, right? And I have a little bit in the Mischief Cash Printer, but DexShare has been very volatile recently, so I moved it out to protect the pools. I took them and put them into PancakeSwap as well with this, which is right here. Yeah, $50 a cake to send into the MAM. When we're ready, I'll come to farms, and I'm sitting in BNB and Cake with $9,000 here, BNB and Cake sitting here as well, right? And these pools compound sometimes. Funds are being sent from still the Mischief of Fortune I also I have my other pools on my other side, Bitcoin and Ethereum and things using as well. In total, the Forever pool is the one in this wallet I will never touch. These are not my pools. These are pools for the Mischief miner. The plan is to get these to $1 million. At the moment, they're sitting around about $50,000. So we are starting to get serious money in these pools to continue to inject into the project. That's what we're all about, right? By using reinvesting strategy, you give me time to build my pools to continue to inject into the MAM by using it with the Mischief of Fortune. Oh, and as a bit of a surprise, this is going to be a maxed out drip account, which is also going to be supporting the MAM. I'm using another maxed account, which I have, and I'm sending 100% of those funds, airdropping them into this account to then build a max account. I think I can do it in about a month, which is ridiculous. So then I'll be using that as a way. I'll probably use it to farm dogs and pigs. I think I don't really want to drain drip to feed the MAM. It defeats the purpose of it, right? But I'll be using the drip probably in liquidity to farm with that is the idea. But I think it's too good an opportunity with drip sitting at such a low price. It's been really stable. I just decided to start sending in one of my max accounts into this and start building it for the future of the MAM. If it works, it's going to be an awesome move, right? It goes back up to like $5. Boom. We're sitting pretty. But let's see how that one goes as well. And of course, we forgot the Fortune Miner, the same idea. This has pools. This has no dev fee, right? And it takes everything to try and support the ecosystem. And this one as well. Yeah, compound this. 0.1 BNB, compound once, claim once, reinvest 50%. That's the strategy for this one, right? Completely forgot about it, actually. It's just sitting there. Good thing I remembered, right? This one I put in 7 BNB, compounded 10, withdrawn 1 BNB. See, slowly getting my ROI. That's how we roll. That's what we do. Okay, so I don't want this video to be over long. I just wanted to say goodbye to the Farm of Fortune as we know it. It's too bad that this happened, but we will be okay. Peace. Stay degen. You will not get wrecked with us, but don't get wrecked. Peace. Oh, and I will be starting the whitelist giveaway competitions for the Shitcoin Club Poops, the NFT collection for whitelist. For that will be beginning tomorrow. Yeah, so see you there.